Ovila strides confidently through the vibrant New York City streets, a beacon of elegance amidst the urban hustle. The city pulses with energy, skyscrapers loom, and paparazzi erupt in flashes, as Ovila, a true style icon, navigates the chaos with poised grace. Her very presence commands attention, solidifying her status as a luminary in this dazzling metropolis. In her design studio, surrounded by sketches and fabric, Ovila is deeply absorbed in her work. Empty coffee cups and scattered papers surround her, testaments to her relentless dedication. Frustration mounts as she crumples a sketch. It's not quite right. Backstage at the fashion show, chaos erupts as models rush to change, a kaleidoscope of motion and color. Amidst the frenzy, Ovila stands with serene authority, her gaze sweeping across the scene as she orchestrates every detail. With a calm declaration, Ovila announces, "Showtime." A magical encounter in the park. One spring afternoon, when the cherry blossoms were in full bloom, Ovila decided to take a walk through Central Park with her friends. Usually, she avoided the park's crowds, but that day, an unexplainable feeling guided her there. As she strolled beneath the delicate pink petals, she felt a breeze, soft as a whisper, brush her cheeks as if the universe was calling her towards something. Suddenly, screams cut through the air. People scattered in all directions, dropping picnic baskets, ice cream cones, and balloons. Ovila turned to see a massive golden lion standing calmly among the trees. His mane glowed under the sun, as if spun from molten gold. His presence was powerful, yet strangely serene, like a king who had stepped out of an ancient dream. While the entire park descended into chaos, Ovila stood frozen. But instead of fear, a powerful, magnetic pull filled her chest. Her heart beat wildly, not from terror, but from an unknown force, drawing her forward. Ignoring her friends' desperate cries, she stepped closer to the lion. Her friends grabbed her arms, begging her to stop, but she slipped free, as if guided by a higher power. The lion locked eyes with her, his deep amber gaze filled with an ancient loneliness that mirrored her own. He looked at her not as prey or threat, but as an equal, kindred spirit. When she reached him, she lifted her trembling hand and placed it gently on his majestic head. The lion closed his eyes, leaning into her touch. In that miraculous moment, the entire park fell silent. The wind stopped. The air itself seemed to hold its breath. Time felt like it had paused to witness this rare union between woman and beast. The world watches in wonder. Onlookers caught the entire scene on video. Within minutes, it flooded the internet. Every headline exploded. Fashion icon Ovila calms wild lion with love. Miracle in New York. A woman befriends a lion in Central Park. Beauty and the Beast. A real-life fairy tale. Millions of people around the world watched in disbelief as Ovila knelt beside the lion, stroking his golden mane. Instead of attacking, he sat peacefully at her side, as though they had known each other their whole lives. Taking the lion home, unable to abandon him, Ovila insisted on taking the lion home with her. Though city officials and animal experts objected at first, they soon realized that this lion was unlike any other. He showed no aggression, only calm loyalty to Ovila, as though he had chosen her above the entire world. Ovila transformed her penthouse apartment to create a sanctuary for the lion. She filled her large rooftop with trees, lush plants, and a small waterfall so he could roam freely. Every morning, they watched the sunrise together, Ovila sipping her tea with a lion resting his massive head in her lap. The lion became Ovila's shadow. He followed her to her fashion studio, lying quietly beside her while she sketched her designs. During late nights at work, he would curl up by her feet, his gentle breathing keeping her company. She joked with her team that he was her golden guardian and her greatest inspiration. The city falls in love. New Yorkers, who usually rush past everything, fell deeply in love with the story. Artists painted murals of Ovila and the lion walking side by side under moonlight. Children held up drawings of them, and musicians wrote ballads about the woman and her wild companion. Fashion magazines published stunning covers featuring Ovila draped in flowing gowns, the lion standing proudly beside her. Headlines read, "The Queen and Her Lion, a love beyond imagination, a deepening bond." Despite the fame and fascination, Ovila's most cherished moments were the private ones. On rainy nights, she and the lion would sit together in the rooftop garden, listening to the soft patter on the glass ceiling. She would wrap herself in a blanket, her head resting on the lion's broad shoulder, and talk to him about her childhood dreams and deepest fears. The lion would gaze at her with those soulful eyes, his paw resting gently on her lap as if to say, "I understand. You are not alone." Through him, Ovila discovered a side of herself she had never known, a side that craved raw, pure love instead of glitzy applause. A magical transformation. The lion didn't just change Ovila, he changed the entire city. News outlets reported a mysterious wave of kindness spreading across New York. Strangers helped each other more, old friendships rekindled, and the streets felt a little softer, a little warmer. Inspired by her bond with a lion, Ovila created her most daring collection yet, the Spirit of the Wild. The gowns were fierce yet elegant, inspired by the lion's mane and the raw colors of the jungle. Critics declared it her most breathtaking work, a collection not just of fashion, but of spirit and soul. The grand celebration. As a gift to the city, Ovila planned a grand public performance at Central Park's Great Lawn, the same place she had first met the lion. Thousands gathered, holding candles and flowers. The stage shimmered under the moonlight, draped in golden fabrics and jungle greens. Ovila appeared first, dressed in a flowing gown inspired by the lion's golden mane. Then, the lion walked onto the stage beside her, his presence commanding and serene. The audience fell silent, captivated by their unity. Ovila spoke of love that breaks all boundaries, love that is free of judgment, that heals and transforms. Then, she and the lion began to move together in a graceful dance, circling each other like two souls in perfect harmony. Their movements spoke more powerfully than any words could. When the dance ended, the entire crowd erupted into cheers, many with tears in their eyes. That night, under the stars, Ovila and the lion showed the world that love is the greatest art of all.